What's up, boys? We're back with another video. We got a little bit of shoulders on the agenda today. I busted out the crop top because I think the last time we busted it out was maybe a month ago on one of our arm days. So I was like, you know what? We got a little bit of shoulders today. Let's bust it out. So we got a little bit of shoulders, 3 side delts, 3 rears, and then 2 fronts. I'm feeling really good about that, feeling green about that. I hit a little bit of arms this morning, so that was money. And it kind of just set the pace, set the foundation for kind of our shoulder day. You know, started the day great, gonna end it great. So with that being said, yeah, I'll catch you boys inside. All right, boys, we got a little bit of side delts here. Nothing too crazy, nothing too bonkers. We're gonna get after it. We got 3 more there. All right, boys, we got our next set here. But before we hit our next set, I said that I want to say it's blueberry country time lemonade, garbage, right? Regular country time lemonade, God tier. You guys know I'm a dry scoop connoisseur, but I got the blueberry country time lemonade. I was like, this is garbage. I don't know how I'm gonna just kind of thug this out. Even mixed it in, and I was like, this isn't great. I'm gonna put you boys onto a little hack. I'm gonna put you onto the secret sauce. And you know, that's kind of how I came up with this diabolical combo. But you do half blueberry lemonade, half regular lemonade, bro. So you're getting a full scoop, but it's half and half. God tier. That shit is God tier. It's immaculate, boys. It's immaculate. So if your local vitamin shop runs a bunch of deals like mine does, or you can get like a BOGO, I would recommend getting the country time lemonade. Obviously, that's just a banger by itself. Just the regular lemonade. And then if you get the blueberry lemonade, make sure you have country time regular lemonade with it so you can go half and half. It is a God tier combination. It is immaculate. It tastes great. I'm not gonna lie to you boys, it tastes great. But let's get this next set. We got 2 more there, boys. All right, boys. We got our next set here. We got 2 more here. I'm thinking after we do this, I might do isolation lateral raises. But I'm kind of in between whether I want to do isolation side raises or if I want to do upright rows, because you guys know rope upright rows, staple for your boy. And then the seated lateral raise machine, right? So I'm thinking, do we keep it consistent or do we throw a little bit of isolation in today? It's kind of where my head is. It's like, do we isolate it? But then I was like, I don't want to do double, and then singles right after, you know? Doing doubles and then singles right after would be kind of diabolical. So I'm thinking what we do. I'm thinking we do upright rows and then do the seated lateral raise machine. I think that'll be money, boys. But let's get after it. I guess I decided. We got 1 more there, boys. All right, boys, let's get this last set. One more. That's it for those, boys. All right, boys, let's get these rope upright rows real quick. One more. We got 3 more there, boys. All right, boys. Let's get after this next set. One more. We got 2 more there, boys. All right, boys, let's get this next set. All right, boys. I know we said we had 2 more there, but I was thinking since I'm doing so much volume today, I'm gonna end up doing 8 total blah, 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 8 total movements. I'm thinking we only do 3 moving forward, 3 sets of pop. So it'll only come in at 24 overall sets, right? 8, 16, 24. Yeah, 24 overall sets. And I think that's me not overloading. I think that'll be optimal. And if I did more than that, I feel like it'd kind of be not optimal for growth, right? But with that being said, we're gonna go do our seated lateral movement, boys. I'll catch you over there. All right, boys, we got a little bit of side delts, which we've been on side delts, but we got a little bit of seated lateral raises. Get after this work. One more. No. That's a killer. We got 2 more, boys. All right, boys, let's get after this next set. One more. Ooh, that's cooking me. That's cooking me, boys. We got 1 more here. 1 more here. And then we'll move on to some front delts. But I'm gonna take a swig of water and we'll get after the last set, boys. All right, boys, let's get this last set. One more. All right, boys, we got a little bit of front delts now. All right, boys, let's get this seated shoulder press real quick. Start the front delts over here, and then after this, we'll do a standing shoulder press machine, really get after that work, and then from there, it'll be some rear delts. Then I have to do my remaining cardio, and we're skedaddling. I'll catch you boys in the car, but let's get to work. Two more. One more. We got 2 more sets there, boys. Let's get this next set, boys. One more. I'm gonna have to drop the weight. That shit was cooking me. And we'll get after the next set, boys. All right, boys, let's get this next set. Two more. One more. All right, we're gonna go do some standing shoulder press, boys. I know I haven't been doing too much yapping today. I'm just feeling it a little bit. The energy's a little low. But I mean, we're about to be 7 weeks out. It's gonna be low. I just want to keep dropping the content, keep walking you boys through the lifts. Obviously, you can see the movements that I like to do. And when I do have the energy, just yap with you boys for a little bit. But I'll catch you over at standing shoulder press. All right, boys, let's get after this work. We got a little bit of standing shoulder press. I like to do it off seated shoulder press machine, just because I can kind of lean into it a little bit more, really isolate those front delts. And then I like the machine movements. If I can do machine movements, or if I do barbell movements, if I can do them out of a Smith, I prefer that, because that forces you to have good form, and also you don't have to work the stabilization muscles as much. So that's nice. As you guys can tell, my mind isn't functioning at max capacity today, but we're getting through it. You know, we're training through it. We're in a rock. We're 7 weeks out, and I mean, we're feeling rough, but at the same time, we're also feeling great. So let's get this work, boys. Okay, boys, I think I go up weight, but we got 2 more sets there. All right, boys, I upped the weight by 25, but let's go ahead and get after that work. One more. Oh, that's cooking me, boys. We got one more set there. All right, boys, let's get after this last set. One more. All right, we got a little bit of rear delts now, boys. And then that'll be a wrap. I'll do my cardio and see you boys in the car. All right, boys, let's get after these chest supported face pulls real quick. We got two more there, boys. All right, boys, let's get after this next set. One more. All right, boys, we got one more set there. All right, boys, let's get after this last set here. One more. Oh, that's cooking me, boys. It's cooking me. I think now we do a little bit of cable crossovers, and then after that, seated reverse flies. And that'll be it for rear delts, boys. As you can see, as the workout's gone on, the pre-workout has died. But with that being said, we're still gonna get after this work. So I'm gonna go ahead and set that up, and we'll get after the next movement, boys. All right, boys, let's get these crossovers. Oh, that's cooking me, boys. That's cooking me. All right, boys, let's get this next set. One more. Oh. We got one more there, boys. All right, boys, let's get this last set. Oh, that's cooking me. All right, boys, give you a nice little view of those rear delts. I'm gonna go ahead and get after. Oh, we got two more there, boys. All right, boys, let's get this next set. We got one more there, boys. All right, boys, let's get this last set. That's it, boys. That's all three movements, sides, rears, and fronts. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. I'm gonna go ahead and do my cardio. I'll catch you boys in the car. All right, boys, that's another one in the books. I feel like it was a good overall shoulder day. Other than that, I mean, we got the cardio done. It was a vibe. You know, we did it. It is what it is, and we're gonna keep it pushing. But we are officially 7 weeks out tomorrow. I'm super excited for that, and to know we've come so far, and we still have 2 more months, right? 2 more months of grinding, 2 more months of really dicing out, and I'm excited for it. I'm excited for it. I'm excited to see how we keep progressing. But like usual, we got a little bit of check-ins tomorrow. I'll make sure you guys get that Sunday or Monday, depending on how quick I edit the video. But I'll make sure nonetheless you boys get that. And with that being said, I'll catch you boys in the next video.